In this lecture, let us understand AJAX. Why AJAX? Because in our last lecture, we have seen working of asynchronous JavaScript. AJAX is one of the use case of asynchronous code. Let us see what is the purpose of AJAX. As always, let us understand using one simple analogy. Imagine you have gone to the hotel, you have sat on a table, you call the waiter and you have given order to the waiter. Waiter will take your order, waiter will go to the kitchen and whatever order you have given, waiter will collect that food and waiter will be serving that food. Meanwhile, when waiter has gone to the kitchen and when food is getting prepared, till then you can take your phone, you can chat with your friend, you can go to washroom, you can wash your hands, you can do lot of stuff until and unless your food is prepared. So this is the simple analogy. Now let us see the roles played by these people. So here we are the client. Client is nothing but browser where we search some data and in return we will be getting the result. So here I am the client. I just want to request some data. And this waiter will be treated as AJAX. AJAX stands for asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So here what I did, I have given order to the waiter and waiter is nothing but AJAX. Until and unless my waiter gets the food, I can do almost all the activities. And whatever order I have given, that is the request which I have made to the waiter. And when it comes to real world, order is nothing but I just want some JSON data or HTML data or XML data from the server. And my kitchen is nothing but it is a server which will be having all the ingredients related to food. After cooking, after putting all the ingredients, my food will be prepared. Similar way, whatever data I have requested, it will be processed inside the server and that order can be JSON data, HTML data or XML data. Similarly, inside server, it could be a database, it could be a file system or it can be any other data source. Then finally, my food will be the response which I got from this kitchen after processing. Whatever response I got, that will be my food. So this can be my menu, it can be dish or it can be any other thing which I have requested. So in this analogy, you will be treated as client, then waiter will be treated as AJAX for which we are requesting the data from server. Waiter will go to the kitchen, waiter will take the food item which I have ordered and finally I will be getting my food. That is my response. Meantime, I can continue with my other activities unless and until my food is arrived to me. So in this analogy, waiter will be treated as AJAX. Similarly, whenever I am requesting some data in my client, using AJAX call, we can request data from server and in return, we will be getting response. So AJAX is nothing but it is used to send requests to the server and receive responses asynchronously without needing to reload the entire web page. So whenever we are requesting some data from server, whatever activities I am having, that will be going on. Only the data which I have requested from server, only that will be given to me. Entire web page will not be updated or entire web page will not be reloaded. You can take an example of Instagram post. When you like Instagram post, your Instagram page will not be reloading. You will be on the same page, you will be on the same place, only the like button will be updated and the color of the heart will be updated. So only that particular part will be updated without reloading entire web page. So this allows for dynamic and interactive web experiences where different parts of the page can be updated with new data without reloading or without disrupting the user's current activities. In our analogy, until and unless your food is arrived, you can chat with your friends, you can call your mom, you can call your sister, you can continue with the other activities. Okay, you do not have to wait for the data because data will be getting in asynchronous way. Now let us see what are AJAX call. This allow us to communicate with remote web servers. Okay, remote web servers are nothing but where servers are located in which we are having entire information related to web. So this allow us to communicate with remote web server in an asynchronous way. It is not going to block entire code. In an asynchronous way, it is going to communicate with web servers. And with AJAX, we can request data from servers dynamically. You do not have to create static website. You can request data dynamically from servers. This is my client. I am requesting some data from server and in return, I am getting the response. Meantime, no reload will be happening to my entire website. So this is how AJAX will be working. This is my client. I will be requesting some data from server. This entire working we have already seen in the first lecture, that is client server architecture. If you want to understand more deeply about client server architecture, you can watch that lecture, but this is the simple representation of how AJAX will be working. So basically here I am asking for some data from server and in return I will be getting response. So whatever data I have asked, web server will be sending back that requested data. And whenever I am making request, I can use either get method or post method. Get method is used to get some data from server and post method is used to put some data or post some data inside the server. And whatever data we are requesting inside web server, we will be having web APIs inside which we will be having data in the form of JSON. So whatever data we have requested, that data web server will be getting from web API and later on web server will be sending that requested data to the client. So this is how AJAX will be working. But whatever request we are making using AJAX call, that will be in asynchronous way. It is not going to block rest of the code. So in interviews, if they ask you one of the example of asynchronous JavaScript, then you can give an example of AJAX call. To understand more deeply about how asynchronous JavaScript works, you can watch this complete playlist to understand more deeply about asynchronous JavaScript.